Kristen Lowe. This is Blvd Media. I grew up in Gaston County. My journey was a little different than others. My mother had just passed away from cancer. My sister had just been diagnosed with cancer a couple of months later. And I kind of always lived in denial about it. I never really wanted to face that it may be me as well. And I thought there's really possibly no way that I could have it if my mom and my sister did. So my sister would call and say, my doctors are worried about you. You need to go have a mammogram. And it had been a few years since I had had my normal mammogram. So I went, and an hour before my sister's, she was to have a double mastectomy. They called me back for my second mammogram and said, we need another look. And they told me that it was going to be that I needed to watch it and come back in 6 months. But I did not have a good feeling about that. In my gut, I just felt like something wasn't right. I knew that I wasn't okay. And so we continued the process. I went to go see my sister's surgeon, and we did another process of mammograms. And mine, unfortunately, was not seen in a mammogram. It was only found in an MRI. So it took me about 3 months to find it. But we finally did. And we found a 5-centimeter mass in one of mine. So because of my family history with my mother and my sister had already been diagnosed twice before, I didn't really have a choice. So I had a double mastectomy, and I went through that pretty quickly after my diagnosis. It wasn't that I didn't have to wait too long after that. And so I had a double mastectomy and then reconstruction surgery. I mean, I had my sister and that to go through the process with me. We were about 3 months apart from each other. So I had watched her go through probably exactly what I was about to go through. And I knew what needed to happen. And our community around us was so supportive. And we had meals brought in, and my husband was so super supportive for me. And I felt like I had all of the necessary things around me, which was such a blessing. If you've just been diagnosed with cancer and you don't know what's going to happen next, that moment of a first couple of weeks is hard. It's the hardest time because you don't know. There's so many questions. You feel like you've just been told, this is it, but it's not it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. It's not an easy process, but it's not the hardest. I mean, you will survive. You will be okay. There will be a day when you can do things that you used to do, and it won't be the worst thing. That it just won't be as bad as you think it's going to be. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay, and you're going to learn from this, and you're going to be able to tell your journey to other people and be an encouragement to others. And if that's the reason why you have to go through this, then use that opportunity.